One of the things that Kristen has often talked about in her videos is just how challenging Caccamo can be to navigate on foot. Today I'm going to show you this firsthand. I'm going to start at the bottom of Caccamo, climb the stairs, navigate the streets and hills all the way to its very top. Good morning, everyone. This is Scott Herzog. I'm Kristen's other half, so she's not on here because she's sleeping. It's 7 o'clock in the morning. Kiefer and I are over here visiting her. One of the things that she has often talked about as a part of her videos is how function needs to preempt fashion. She's a very fashionable girl if you know her. But in Caccamo, where she's living, which is pictured behind me, you can see the castle and the St. Giovanni Church behind me and the rest of the city right here, kind of sleeping behind me. The city is very steep. In fact, the lowest point of elevation, which I'm not quite at, is almost at sea level, especially when you get down to the lake bed. It rises almost 4,000 feet from its lowest point. I'm probably at the 1,000-foot point, so I'm gonna show you what it's like to walk in Caccamo. Some pretty hefty stairs and hills that we need to climb. Now we're at the end of November. Thanksgiving Day. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. By the way, when I'm recording this, the temperature does fluctuate from in the mid-40s at night here up to about the mid-70s, about a 30 degree shift in temperature. That's Fahrenheit for those of you that might be used to Celsius temperature. Don't have a jacket on because I know I'm going to heat up as I'm kind of walking. This morning right now, it's about 52 degrees Fahrenheit. So I am prepared. I have my Saucony running shoes, Saucony Guide running shoes, because obviously I'm trying to be practical here. I'm going to be climbing a lot of hills and stairs. These are relics, the type of shoes I used to use when I ran marathons, which I hope to get back into sometime. So obviously, if you have mobility issues, it's important to realize how hilly Caccamo can be. But I'll stop and show you some sights along the way, and obviously to help me catch my breath as well when I'm going up this steep hill. All right, let's get started. Start time, by the way, was 7:07. Number of steps, 600. Here you can see a grove of orange trees and lemon trees just kind of hang out down here at the bottom of Caccamo. And we're beginning our ascent. So one of the things that makes a climb in Caccamo so challenging is the fact that the stairs are fairly uneven and you really have to watch your step, because one step might be like 6 inches up, the next one's 4 inches, and if you're not paying attention, it will throw you. So as you can see, the streets are quite narrow. Cars are not afraid. They will go out down these narrow streets without a second thought. So I'm on Via Venditti right now. Not that I expect you to retrace my route ever. Wow, I'm winded already. But I decided to take a pause by these orange trees behind me. Just give me a moment to catch my breath. All right, let's keep going. Buongiorno. I thought initially I got stuck here. Whenever you're walking through Caccamo and you run into someone, you stop and you say buongiorno. I assume there's an out up here, but I may find that I'm at a dead end. Nope. So we are on the main thoroughfare in the center street of Caccamo, and you can see it's beautiful. We're at one of the many Catholic churches here, and we're in kind of the parking lot of that church. The town only has like 1 or 2 or 3 pharmacies. You'll see here, there's a vegetable vendor, a fruit vendor. When you go shopping here, it's not like going to Walmart where you get everything in one spot or Target, but rather you get your meat in one store, your medicine in another store, your vegetables in another store, and your bread in yet another. Sun's just about to break up over the hill. Technically, sunrise happened 15 minutes ago. Because of where Caccamo is located, you're unable to see it for about 15 to 20 minutes after sunrise. I'm going to take a breather. We're moving slowly out of the old town. What's funny about it is because of its hills, its narrow streets, and old houses, most locals are moving out of this into the new section of Caccamo. So Caccamo is divided into basically a new town Caccamo, an old town Caccamo. An old town, dates back thousands of years. New town Caccamo, a lot of new town was built, in the 2000s. It's a little bit more desirable. Houses are priced actually a little bit higher there. What's funny is expats, they tend to like the old town because of its charm, but it does come with its own share of maintenance costs. You might find a cheaper house, but it doesn't mean in the long run that it's going to be cheaper. So let's continue our climb. Most people do not have dryers, hence you see clothing hung on the balconies like that, or over railings. Here you can see one of the walls of Caccamo. Not quite at the top yet. So this trash here that's hanging, they dropped this down from a string, their 3rd story here, so that people can just grab the recycling and they don't have to come down 5 flights of stairs to do so. If you are looking where you're going, you can bop yourself in the head. So you may have seen that car kind of slow down. That's because everyone knows everyone's business here in Caccamo. This town of about 8,000 people. So behind me, you can see the valley. You can also see, maybe if you squint on the distant hills there, some wind turbines. While Italy is slowly moving toward renewable resources, Sicily is lagging behind. But you can see they're beginning to make some attempts with their wind turbines. Sicily still relies on a lot of natural gas. They love their bars here. But bars here are not like bars in the United States, where you're going there for an alcoholic drink. Some of them do serve alcohol or wine, but a lot of these are coffee, and especially in the morning, you'll see people walking in for a small pastry or small coffee, which is more of a typical breakfast than maybe a big grand slam American breakfast that we sometimes get in the United States. Pizzo, which you might think is actually pizza, but no, this is intimate wear. So, yeah, don't go in there expecting pizza. Just a real quick note here. This is the Max supermarket. This is the equivalent of Walmart here in Caccamo. It's a store that has a little bit of everything. But as I said earlier, many people still shop the small stores, and that is what we do when we're here in Caccamo. Wow. What a view up here. I kind of want to hike to the top of this mountain, but I think I am at the outskirts of Caccamo. You can see the old town right there, and it is gorgeous. Took me 45 minutes to do, about 4,000 steps, and that's walking American style. I walk fast. Kristen will tell you that the people of Caccamo, they walk definitely a bit slower. They're like, hills, stairs, we'll take our time. Hopefully it gives you a little bit of a perspective about why you need sensible shoes, why the hills can be quite daunting. If you want to get to the top of Caccamo, that's what it takes. Thanks for watching.